Welcome to the e-lectures on digital image processing using MILTlab. In this lecture, we'll discuss about the concept of image restoration, extending it from the previous lecture. I would like to extend my acknowledgement to the following person: Gonzalez and Woods for the DIP books, Professor P.K. Viswas for IT of IIT Kharagpur, Lingcheng Ji from University of Maryland. These slides are meant only for the academic purpose. The content of this lecture are as follows: restoration technique by inverse and Wiener filter, MATLAB example related to inverse as well as Wiener filter, some basic filter like arithmetic median filters, a little discussion on the homographic filter followed by assignment on it. So the basic two restoration technique by inverse filtering and by Wiener filtering. Moving ahead to the inverse filtering. It is one of the simplest kind of filtering. If we look at this equation 1 directly, the GUV is a Fourier transform of the degraded image from the degradation model we studied in the last lecture. HUV is the function in the frequency domain, the degradation function in the frequency domain. FUV is the Fourier transform of the original image. Now, HUV dot FUV is a point-by-point multiplication in the degradation model. For every value of U and V, the corresponding F component as well as the H component are multiplied together to give the final matrix into the frequency domain. The another way of writing the equation 1 is as follows: FUV is equals to GUV divided by HUV. Now, we restored the image, or we reconstruct the recovered image, which is basically an approximation of the original image. So we represent this reconstructed image by F cap UV. This is our original image and this is our reconstructed image. In previous lecture, we have eliminated the noise issue, that is NUV. Now, if we consider it, our equation 1 can be modified as GUV, the same HUV multiply FUV, but now we are adding a noise factor. We can write in the reconstructed image, which is obtained by reconstruction or the restoration, is F cap UV, which is the restored image from the original one with the help of the degradation and the restoration technique. We can say that F cap UV is equals to GUV divided by HUV from equation 2. Now, with the help of the equation 3 and equation 4, we can rewrite the statement FUV, that is the reconstructed image or the restored image, is equals to FUV plus NUV by HUV. So now, the perfect reconstruction is not possible. It is basically an approximation of the original image. This is our original image FUV, and this is our reconstructed image. Now, we are considering this factor here, which is the denominator, HUV. Fourier transformation coefficient are very, very small when the value of U and V, here U and V, is large. So, if our denominator, which is the Fourier transform of HUV, is very, very small because the value of U and V are large, since the denominator is now small, it is very clear that image will be dominated due to this particular factor, as Fourier transform HUV will be small. Then the value of this particular fraction is higher due to the noise. So for the reconstruction purpose, instead of considering the entire frequency plane, we have to restrict to a component of the frequency in the frequency plane which are near to 0. For example, we can see this is the original image. Now this is the degraded image. What is our aim? By this particular degraded image, we have to obtain this original image. Now, if we take all frequencies, this is the full reconstruction by the inverse filtering. We got this kind of image in which nothing is visible properly. This kind of image in which nothing is visible properly. This is a full reconstruction. So we take inverse filtering at a frequency with a window radius of 10 only here in this image. We got a blurred image, but it is far better than this full reconstructed image, it is better. Further, we increase our radius to the 40. Now this particular image is very much near to the original image. But again, if we increase our value to the 80 or the radius of the window 80, we can see a curtain of shadow here in the whole image and behind which our image lies. So the best image obtained is this, which is at inverse filtering at 40 radius. So this is the inverse filtering. Now, Wiener filtering. Direct inverse filtering does not give good result in case of the motion model. In this particular model, the camera motion is affected or blurred due to some noise is created. So this is our original image, and we apply some motion noise here and blurring also. Then this is our motion blurred image. In such kind of images, inverse filtering does not give good results. So this is the basic disadvantage of the inverse filtering. Now, for reconstruction, we have considered UV values within a very limited domain. This is the disadvantage of the inverse filtering. So for this, we use eliminating this kind of disadvantage. We use Wiener filtering. What is Wiener filtering? Wiener filtering tries to reconstruct the degraded image by minimizing the error function. The error function is given by this equation. E is equal to expectation of f minus f cap whole square, where f is basically the original degraded image and f cap is the restored image from the degraded image. The Wiener filter try to minimize the expectation of this error. Now here our assumption is that image intensity and noise intensity are not correlated to each other. So this is the model for the Wiener filtering, where f cap UV is the Fourier transform of the reconstructed or the restored image. Now, for the equation, H star UV is the complex conjugate of HUV. GUV is the Fourier transform of the degraded image. SF, which is where F is the subscript. UV, power spectrum of the original image. S and UV is the noise power spectrum of the image. Is the noise power spectrum. So this is basically the model for the Wiener filtering. We just simplify this equation from the previous equation. We can see this is the expression of the Fourier transform of the reconstructed image using the Wiener filter. Now S and UV is the noise power spectrum that makes it different from the inverse filtering. So this is one of the difference between the inverse and the Wiener filter. We have noise power spectrum into the Wiener filter. Now the reconstructed image is obtained by this particular, again simplify this equation. Then we got this particular equation here as shown by the arrow sign. So in this we have introduced a factor K, which is nothing but the ratio of the noise power spectrum as well as the power spectrum of the image. Here K is basically constant. Now it has to be adjusted manually for the optimum reconstruction of the image for the best result. So here the difference is again the K, we have to adjust the K value to get this particular reconstructed image in the best possible manner. So we have this particular image, which is the full inverse filtering as we did in the previous slide or previous case of inverse filtering. Then we applied some limited inverse filtering. This is the result. But when we apply Wiener filtering, we can see that this image is better than this image. But the main disadvantage, we have to adjust the K here. So now we have the MATLAB example with the inverse and the Wiener filtering. We consider this as a motion model, degradation model. So we have this particular model. Now the MATLAB code for this motion degradation is as follows. We have applied this equation H equals to P I star UA plus VB multiplying element by element, sine of this and exponential of this. This is the MATLAB code. In the last, I will provide the link for this whole code. So when we apply this motion degradation to the original image, what is obtained? This is the original image. Now we have applied this particular degradation motion to the original image, and the result obtained is this. After adding the motion, we are adding the blurring that is possible by Gaussian nose. So this is our image which is blurred, motion. Now we are applying the Gaussian into it, and we are getting G underscore Gau, which is this image, blurred image with Gaussian nose. So now restoring with the inverse filter, this is the formula as we discussed in the previous slide. So we are applying the restoration. This is the final result we'll get, and after applying the fast Fourier transform and the inverse Fourier transform with the help of this inverse filter, it is the inverse filter. So it says absolute H is less than 0.1, then we have the 0.1. So this is the inverse model. Now after applying the inverse model, this is our original image, this is our blurred image, this is our blurred image with the Gaussian nose. So when we apply the inverse filtering, this is the reconstructed image we obtained after applying the noises from the inverse filtering. So now restoration with the Wiener filter, we have this particular method or the function to obtain the reconstructed image we have discussed in the previous class. So the same thing is applied. First of all, motion degradation is applied, then the Gaussian nose is added. After this, we are applying this Wiener filter, the description of the Wiener filter, basically implementation of this model into the code here. So this is the code for the Wiener filter. The final answer is basically we have restored the image. So when we got this image, original image, blurred image, the Gaussian nose, so we try to restore the image. Now it is somewhat nearer to the original image as compared to the inverse filter. In this way, we can say Wiener filter works better as compared to the inverse filter. Now this particular statement is the link from which you can get the whole code here. Now moving ahead, filter which is used for the restoration purpose, the mean filters and the order statistics filter. We'll just study the formulas as well as some examples so that we can see the effect of this kind of filter. First of all, the arithmetic mean filter, we have shown the formula, the restored image obtained by replacing the every pixel with the arithmetic mean of its neighbors. So it basically blurs the image to remove the noise. So in this particular model, we have replaced the intensity value with the arithmetic mean of other pixels by taking 3 cross 3 window here. This is the geometric mean or the geometric mean filter. The formula is as shown. The information in the image are lost less as compared to the AM or the arithmetic mean filter, so it gives a better result. Now the harmonic mean filter, harmonic mean formula is there. It gives good result on the salt pepper noise, but the result on the Gaussian noise are not very good. This is the contra harmonic mean filter to remove the noise. The formula is given by this. Now here the important factor is the Q, which is the order of the filter, and adjusting its value changes the filter behavior. For the positive value, it eliminates the pepper noise. For the negative values of the Q, it eliminates the salt noise. Now, result of the arithmetic mean filter, geometric mean filter. This is our original image. The Gaussian noise is added into it, so we can see some description of the noise is there. Then we apply 3 cross 3 arithmetic mean. Then we apply here 3 cross 3 geometric mean. We can see the results in this geometric mean are far better as compared to arithmetic mean. This is the result of the contra harmonic mean filter. We can see the original image with the pepper noise. So positive value, it will remove the pepper. The original image with the salt noise is given. So after filter by 3 cross 3 contra harmonic filter with the Q equals to minus 1.5, we got this image. So it is better for removing the salt with the negative value. Now the Q value, if it is not used properly or inappropriate values, it may result in different kind of images. So the results are very poor. Order statistics filter. Special filter modified the pixel value with the help of the neighborhood operation on the filter. Examples: median, maximum, minimum, midpoint, alpha trim, median filter. So median filter, this is the formula. Replaces the value by the median of the neighbors. It produces best result for removing the salt and the pepper noise. No smoothing effects need to be applied as it is required to the. Next is maximum and the minimum filter. Max filter, replacing the value with the maximum pixel value. Minimum filter, replacing the value with the minimum filter. Max is good for the pepper. Minimum is good for the salt noise. Midpoint filter, again the median or the middle of the maximum plus minimum divided by 2 here. Good result on the uniform and the Gaussian noise. Alpha trim filter, the formula is given this. The D by 2 lowest and D by 2 highest gray value are deleted. So GRST basically represents the remaining Mn minus D pixel, where D by 2 and lowest and highest are removed. Now result of the median filter, this is the salt and pepper noise. Now this is the original image with the salt and pepper. We apply 1 pass, 2 pass and 3 pass. The results varies and the better results are obtained in the figure number 4. Max filter, the mean filter result corrupted by the pepper noise, this particular image, and this is corrupted by the salt noise. So very simple, by max filter it is giving good result on the pepper one, and the min filter is giving good result on the salt noise. Periodic noise, this kind of noise basically arises due to electrical and electromagnetic interference. It gives rise to regular noise pattern in the image. The frequency domain techniques in the Fourier domain are most effective at removing periodic noise. So these are the periodic noise as shown in the images. It is a kind of curtain behind which the original image resides. For this, we use the band reject filters. Removing periodic noise from an image involves removing a particular range of frequencies from that image. So band reject filter can remove this particular type of or the range of frequencies. So band reject filter can be decided where we have this particular function. We got 1 if the frequency lies in this range. We got 0 if the frequency lies between this range, and again we got the 1. So this is the rejection of the band, this particular, and these are passed. So this is a band reject filter. Result of the band reject filter, this is the sinusoidal noise into this image. So Fourier spectrum of this particular corrupted image, we apply the Butterworth band reject filter, and this is a filtered image, so it gives a better result as compared to this particular image. Now in the last lecture, we have studied one of the example of image restoration using Wiener filter, in which we have incorporated the noise, but now we can show how the filter removes this noise. So just a recap of this, we apply the spatial motion and the blurred. So we have got this blurry noise as in the example. This is the original one, motion, and the Gaussian noise is there. So it is basically the blurry and the noisy image. Now how to restore it? This is the main essence. We are applying the noise signal ratio 0. Then we have used this deconvolution with the help of the Wiener filter here. So we got one kind of image with NSR 0. Then we are applying estimated noise signal ratio with this formula, noise variation divided by the variance of I. So we got another type of image with the estimated NSR. Both these images are of this type. So when NSR is 0, we don't get any reconstructed image proper. It is totally corrupted image again. Now with the help of the estimated NSR, we got an image which is very near to the original one. So we completed this example. Now it's a kind of assignment as well as a bit discussion on the homographic filter. It is a filter which is used for image enhancement. It normalizes the brightness across an image and image contrast. It is a technique for removing multiplicative noise that has certain different characteristics. It is used for correcting non-uniform illumination in the image. It can be used for improving the appearance of a grayscale image by simultaneous intensity range compression and contrast enhancement reflection. Now the basic essence is that intensity at any point on any pixel is basically the amount of light reflected by a point on that object. It is a product of illumination of the scene as well as reflection of the object in that scene. So if intensity at point xy can be the multiplication of illumination and reflectance of that object, where I is the image, L is the scene illumination, R is the scene reflectance. Now illumination varies slowly across the image as compared to the reflectance that changes abruptly at the object edges. So it helps in basically separating the illumination component from the reflective components. We take the natural log of this particular equation, then we got this ln ixy ln lxy multiply rxy. We simplify this particular model. So this is the homographic filter function. Operation is very simple. We pass to the high pass filter into the log domain to remove the low frequency illumination while preserving the high frequency component. The basic steps are shown. This is the image. Then we apply DFT. Then this is particular. Then we apply the inverse discrete Fourier transform and finally got the image. The illumination component of an image generally is characteristic by the slow spatial variation, while the reflectance components tend to be very abruptly, particularly at the junction of the dissimilar object. So this is the original image. Now we apply homomorphic filter. We got this image here. The question is how this filter is different from inverse and Wiener. You have to check it out. This as assignment. Thank you. Stay home. Stay safe.